Hello, I'm TD Damits, and this is my channel. I'm going live, even though I already know you have to have over 1,000 subscribers for anyone to find you. But coincidentally, maybe by coincidence, someone will see that my video symbol for my channel will have the live thing on it. And they might want to click and say, "What's this guy up to? And why is he live? And why is he using AI generated female in the thumbnail?" Yes, it's AI. So I I described a certain female that I have the hots for on my to the AI. I told the AI, I said, here is the description of this girl that I like, and I mean, maybe I'm not good at describing anything because the girl in the thumbnail is nowhere near the features of the female that I am. I think I have this microphone that I found in the stuff from the OfferUp. I found this camera on OfferUp. I wonder if this will do anything. Hello, 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 hello. Check, 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 check. Cash, money order. Check, 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 check. Check. Sound check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Check. 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 I don't know. This microphone might not be any better than the microphone that's built into the camera, the webcam that I got. So, anyways, what I like to do during my first couple minutes of my live stream is to check out the. Oh wait, I have a couple ways of doing it. But while we're trying to figure out how the volume is and what's going on, and I have to check my laundry too. Today's laundry day. I haven't. Well, last Sunday was Mother's Day, and that's what I was doing. I was spending time with my mother. Everyone should spend time with their mother on Mother's Day, and I spend time with my mother almost every Sunday. And that's the one thing about relationships too. If you're in a relationship and your significant other, well, as a guy, if I'm what's it called? Shoot. If I'm dating a female, even during the dating stage, if she is not understanding about your relationship with your mom, and she's not actually trying to identify anything about the relationship with your mom that may be unhealthy, you just got to kind of reevaluate the situation and be all like, should I be dating this person? Because if they're not understanding, I'll tell you right now, it's going to be a miserable situation. So be careful. Like I've said in my other videos before, extreme vetting. You got to do extreme vetting if you're going to get serious with somebody, male or female. Of course, I'm saying men with females and women with males. So don't get it twisted. Don't twist my words, because this channel I try to dedicate to God and His Word, and I know that maybe it's not that good because anyway. Listen to this while I'm doing sound checks. Thank you. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I was trying to double. I was just doing the sound check from my other cell phone because if the signal's no good, it would be kind of a bummer. Because even though I have a lot of things on my mind, I'm going to try my best to stay on track with the subject of Hannah Daze. And just so you know up front, Hannah Daze is a fictional character based on a real person that I've been in contact with in my life. And if anybody wants to ask me in the chat any specifics, I'll try my best, but I have to be very encryptic because this person that I'm going to tell you a story about is actually someone that's kind of famous in my sphere of influence, I guess, to lack of a better term, because I'm going to try my best not to drop any names because maybe someone down the road might watch this video, and if they're connected to Hannah Daze, it may complicate my life a little bit. But anyways, I'm like, oh, sorry. I am over 48 and a half. May 5th was my half birthday, and it may sound kind of silly that I do observe my half birthday. Not like I'm not going to have cake and ice cream and candles and all this stuff, but there's certain things in your life, like certain landmarks or different intervals in your life that you can actually like set goals and you calibrate your goals or whatever you're trying to do or improve in your life. There's certain dates for me that I try to say, okay, how am I doing at like eating better? How am I doing about the bad habits or whatever it could be? Most of the time people want to stop bad habits. And bad habits are those things that may affect your health physically, affect your health spiritually, or affect your health financially. Those are the bad habits. Like good spending habits is really important, or habits that like of your health. Like I was talking to a coworker this week. I don't know what part of this week it was. I guess it doesn't matter. But my coworker was talking about how eating sugar, there's a lot of different types of sugar. There's there's sugar that comes from milk. There's sugar that comes from bread. There's sugar that comes from like grains and fruits, vegetables, all that stuff. There's different sugars that come from that. Of course, the best way to get sugar is naturally, like from your fruits. And some vegetables may have some sugar, but they have other things um, like good vitamins, minerals, all the things you need for the human body to operate properly. And the same thing about with bread. There's good bread, whole grain bread. There's simple carbohydrates, complex carbohydrates, all that stuff. And just like there's sugar, straight up sugar, like from candy, processed sugars, not natural or whatever like that. So with that said, I know I went on a segue, but actually this reminds me, I need to actually do some of my computer. I need to download some stuff onto the computer that I worked on this week. Actually, yesterday I went to the Renaissance Fair, and I've seen a lot of Hannah Daze there. A lot of girls. See, at an event like that, what kind of females would I meet if I cultivated relationships or went to talk to them or whatever like that? But part of the May theme is being a coward or not being a coward. I like to think I'm not a coward, but we're not going to elaborate that because this is not the time to incriminate myself. But there is some truth to cowardice and the way that people approach life. And I think that is pretty relevant for May, is bravery, because next weekend we're going to be observing Memorial Day. Memorial Day is next weekend, and we're going to be looking at that and looking how our decisions, the decisions, and I've talked to it before on my vlogs, and I lost a subscriber. I don't know if it was from that last video or not, and maybe it was redundant because I tried to say the important things that are really relevant to life, and it's just like that. Okay, Hannah Daze. Let me download this. Hannah Daze was simply a shoot. How could I put this? She's symbolic. She's fictional. She's symbolic. She represents the ideal, like the ideal girlfriend, the ideal wife, the ideal partner. Well, you got to be friends first. I mean, it's recommended that when you're cultivating a relationship, you should be friends first. You should be able to be friends. Like, even if the relationship doesn't work out, you should be able to still be friends afterwards. But there's always caveats. There's always nuances. They say that when you're in a relationship, it's also the, what's it called? It's the boundaries, the perimeters. It's the way that you work in the relationship. And I know I'm probably going all over the place, and that may or may not make this vlogging interesting or enjoyable, because I know that, you know, when you're making video content, you really need to know your subject, and you need to be able to stay on subject. And I have tremendous trouble with the staying on subject thing, because there's so many things that interest me in life, and there's so many things that I want to share with people, just like cultivating relationships. I'm going to get into the story in a minute, so if you stay with me and bear with me, I could help you to maybe, especially for guys out there. There's men like me in their early 20s, confused, not knowing what their next step is, and not knowing like what they want out of life. If you watch my other videos, I try to help men in a positive, reasonable way to be able to process the certain things that you're going to go through in your late teens to your early 20s, and then probably all through your 30s. There's certain things that you're going to go through, and I want you to, like, at the jump, I'm going to be giving you all this information filtered out through Christ, his word, and through just the Christian life that I lived, or I still live. If you watch my other channel, the Timothy Damits channel, that's more of the entertainment approach to the vlogs that I am creating here. I've been doing Sunday Night Live maybe a couple months. Since last year, I just was ambitious enough to start doing a live stream. My friend said, oh, live stream is a good way to get the hours, so someday you can get monetized, blah, blah, blah. But I have my day job, and that is how I pay my bills. And fortunately for me, I have been able to really curb this spending. There hasn't been really anything in my life that the only thing that I would really like to do right now is to fix up that Dodge or even my Volkswagen, and that's time and money, and maybe I'll have some of that maybe during the summer, and I could get that Dodge on the road. I need to just pull that engine out, and it's all easier said than done and all that business. So yeah, I'm probably not really encouraging you right now, but it's with everything in your life, you got to do a little bit at a time. You got to crawl. I know that the young men out there in this life are really eager to run, to fly, but you need to really be reasonable and rational with yourself and say, hey, you know what? I have to crawl, Because even as a baby, you gotta crawl before you run, and then you gotta crawl before you walk. Actually, sorry, but you crawl. Even if you go even back, even if you go further back, and it's totally relevant when you're a baby. The first like major, most exciting thing when you have a baby is to see them turn over. If they're on their stomach, they flip over to their back. If they're on their back, they flip over to their stomach. And those are the kind of exciting events that you see your children do. And it just like makes it gives you a little bit of joy to see the child do that. So I'm going to name this folder Timo Ren Fair. Yes, Timo Ren Fair. And I'm going to start dragging and dropping these files, and hopefully my computer won't crash, but it very well may crash because I have a lot of information on this phone. So 143 files. There we go. I drag and drop the first 143 files, and I hope that it's going to be the files that I need for the Ren Fair. So anyways, as I prepare for my video for the Timothy Damits channel, I wanted to talk about Hannah Daze. I'm being very careful I don't say the right name, because if I say the right name, there may not be any consequences, because I have only 180 something subscribers, and I doubt anybody's really in my circle that may figure out who I'm talking about. But just for the sake of this being on the internet and going all over the world, like my Timothy Damits channel has, most of my watchers are from United States, but then the second country that is watching my Timothy Damits videos is India. And then someone told me that I should be careful that my channel's not getting hacked or whatever malicious things may be happening to my channel, because there are people that want to mess things up. It could be anybody. It could even be some people in the United States that want to hack my channel and mess it up or do whatever they want to it, because I don't know, just because people are rough. It's just like going further with creating content and trying not to implicate any of my friends and family. Like the daily vlogs that I like to do, I always say that I always want to put the disclaimer that anything that I say or do is on me, and it has nothing to do with any of my friends or family. Leave them out of this. I don't want to implicate them or give, like my niece wants to call it, secondary embarrassment, because some of the content that I put out should be kind of embarrassing, but I try my best not to do anything super embarrassing, because I am a professional. I do have a career, and I'm not trying to affect those people that might watch my channel. And even I'm involved in the church, and even though I go to a big church, it's easy to go to that church, sit down, sit through the sermon, and never have any interaction with anybody. And that's probably a good segue to the story of the Hannah Daze symbol, the female, the fictional female that I see. Like, I'll tell you at the jump, Hannah Daze is a female that symbolizes a female with a heart of gold, a female that is like has a lot of female friends, that is super confident, and of course loves the Lord, because that is like, I mean, you can't dispute how important that is, because that is that's just something that is so important. Because I've said before, and it's not really my original idea, but it makes so much sense. When you're in a relationships, the opposites are going to attract, right? You know, and that's what makes things interesting in the beginning of a relationship. But the thing that makes the relationship last is the things you have in common, because the things you have in common is going to create that connection, is going to create the thing that is going to make the relationship work. Because even with Hannah Daze, I know up front that I probably got the most important things in common with her, like the faith. The faith is something that you need to have in common. And let me delete these files and transfer some more files, and I'm gonna have a lot to work with. I'm gonna have to do a lot with these files. Shoot, that's pretty wild. And I have a lot of different oh shoot, I didn't make sure any. Oh, it just says 66 was transferred. Oh dear. I have 143. Oh wait. Oh, that's for now. Oh man, I didn't even double check. I didn't even double check that all that was transferred, but how is that 160? That's 66. Well, my bad. Because when I was at the Renaissance Fair yesterday, I saw a lot of people in costumes and a lot of people that were just enjoying their time, drinking, whatever. Because the Renaissance period was a period of, they call it like humanism, like really, I mean, the fair is called Renaissance Pleasure Fair. So it's like, okay, the Renaissance and pleasure. Because if you think that your whole purpose in life is to be born and to reproduce and to die, that's pretty pathetic. I mean, biologically, that's what we are. We're born into this world. We die after we do whatever's in the middle, you know? And typically, people that just don't have any understanding of eternal life, like the ultimate female in my scenario, and she does exist. Does she exist for me? I don't know. That's where it comes with the whole theme of being a coward or not being a coward. How am I going to find out certain things if I don't have the boldness and bravery to go and communicate with that female that symbolizes, I mean, if she's not just a symbol, if I'm able to communicate with them and have interaction with them, it's going to be that real female. But is that real female going to be for me, or is she just like not for me? You know, I mean, there's certain things that a man is responsible to do. Like the female is not responsible for making their first move. And just like you may have heard before in my other videos, that if a female is pursuing a man, that man should not be flattered. That man should not be scared, but that man should be very cautious, because it's not really the woman's place to pursue a guy. There could be certain times that maybe it does make sense, because maybe the guy is just so like dense, he has no idea. But that guy that has no idea about what's going on, that guy is not typically going to be like flattered that he's being pursued. He's going to be, oh crap, I never saw it that way. I never thought of you as being, or I never thought of having a relationship with you, or whatever the different scenarios may be. But like, if a guy that's typically, that doesn't have the bravery and the guts to go and pursue a female, and then oh man, you know what I just thought of? I don't know, I'm transferring a bunch of pictures from this iPhone, and I was working with the iPhone movie player yesterday, and I don't know if I transferred that video or not, but that's a whole different subject, and I'm being distracted. But the whole point I'm trying to get across is that I'm not making the female into the image. I know this female exists. I know that I should probably start telling the story soon, because people might be like, oh man. Even though I've only had people jump in the chat and leave and probably be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I subscribe to this person, I'm going to unsubscribe, and I'll be like, oh crap. Because I know I lost a subscriber, because I have my subscribers was 187 subscribers, and then after my last video I did, I was too eager to do it, and I did do it, and then I lost a subscriber, probably because the content was very religious, and my channel is not, I don't know what my channel is classified as. I call it apocalypse, because the more you live the life, the more you get exposed to things, and the more that you will see what life's about. It's like the apocalypse is the big reveal. You're being revealed to you. Oh my gosh, all those 143 files total, 11 items selected. Oh, something ain't right about this. I think I deleted a bunch of files and didn't transfer them. Bummer. I got to work with what I got, and hopefully what I got is going to help create a good video. Let me see. Let's select all of them. What? Oh, wait. Okay, I see what's going on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, it only has 143 files. Items selected. Bummer. I don't think I transferred all my files. Oh, dear. Well, hopefully none of the major important things been deleted. But now I'm going to find out with, let's see here. 49. Wow, what a bummer. Anyways, while I'm sulking in my mistake that maybe I deleted some content that I wanted to keep, let's go back and listen to some more White Bat. Turn down the volume before Oh, whoa. Done. Okay, hold on. That's not it. Hold on, baby. Because I was doing a video yesterday that, not yesterday, what am I doing? I was doing a video on, I think Tuesday, and that video was flagged because it had some, let me see if, oh wait, see, I'm getting distracted. Anyways, that video was not flagged, but it was copyrighted and partially blocked. And yeah, anyways, that's a bummer. Well, that's that's I need to start telling my story, I know. But this is my channel that I mostly think out loud to process a lot of my ideas for I process a lot of my feelings. Ugh, sorry, that was stupid. Didn't mean to say that. I process a lot of my ideas from my other content, from my other channel, but also this channel is the channel that I do dedicate to a lot of the other things that interest me, like religion, politics, and my personal life. And tonight is my personal life. And I know I'm not like a famous person and all that stuff, so I'm not arrogant enough to be like, oh, well, people really want to know about me. No, but I really want to know about me. I do. And you get to eavesdrop on the process. Oh, shoot, that still says 7? That's crazy. Whoa. That's not right. I'm transferring files. There's a lot of stuff on this. There's a lot of... Wow, there's not really that much on this phone. Oh, boy. Oh, wait. I didn't make a new folder. Hold on. Let me see if that appeared with more files in it. Still no folder. It sucks. So I learned that you don't transfer all the files all at once from an iPhone because it crashes the iPhone. It very could crash the iPhone. I'm not trying to crash the iPhone today. Whoa, those files transferred fast. Oh, from my little SE phone, went so fast. Done. Okay, let me see. See what else I can file. There. Whoa, okay. Trying to get some videos from yesterday's shenanigans. So I might need to start from, well, I don't know how far to rewind the tape to tell you the significance of Hannah Daze, but she's very significant. And I am coming to terms with the fact that Hannah Daze may just symbolize what I could have had in life if I made better choices. And I hate to plot my fate that way, but the fact is that I'm coming to terms with being 48 years old, and I'm coming to terms with Hannah Daze may actually be too young for me to date. Not like illegally, but in my own mentality and the way that I've been kind of processing things. I'm 48 years old, and if I were to date, I'm very attracted to women in their 40s. I'm open to maybe 30s, and maybe that's it. I was going to say maybe early 50s, but I think that's kind of pushing it. But Hannah Daze may be in her late 20s. But maybe not. Maybe she's in her 30s. I don't know. But I think that Hannah Daze is definitely somebody. Oh man, what am I doing? I gotta close my phone. Okay. That Hannah Daze is not like the picture that the AI brought up. That's not how she looks. Oh dear. Wait. 45. Okay, sorry. 45 items selected, 45 items transferred. Okay. So, what's going on? See, this is where it gets choppy because there's a lot of files in here that I can't transfer because they're specific to Apple. So I can't transfer those files. And I was talking to my nephew. My nephew says I definitely need to make a storyboard to express the story I want to create with the content of the videos that I did. So there's that. Now the other file I need to, let's see, is there anything else I could transfer from here that I don't need? These ones looks like I need these. From the camera, but I'm going to find out for sure what I did transfer because I've been having some issues transferring video from the phones, which is kind of discouraging and kind of a bummer. So let me go ahead, close these windows. And then I'll see what that one is, 52. But this one may be, I can't see. I turned the light off that's above me. Should turn it back on. I turned off because I left the room. And trying to really see my dad, who passed away in 2017, was really good at telling stories towards the end of his days, which was very, very cool. If I were able to tell stories like that, oh, what is this? What? Oh, that's crazy. Oh, this is like you put on a keychain and then you could transfer stuff. Then I got an extension so I could use it to transfer files. I need to transfer some files from the Canon camera that we used during the day yesterday. Transfer all of them and delete the ones that aren't going to be helpful. So the Canon camera, see, there's a 32 and a 16. This 32 is a good one because it's where's my glasses? It's a SD high C. High C means high capacity, and it's a V30I and then U3. So this one is that's 16. This 32 is a class 4 high capacity SD GB. But you could only use the, oh, it's locked. Oh shoot. Oh, lock is that way. Lock is this way. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, there we go. I could transfer. Nope. Don't want to do anything that Microsoft suggests because Microsoft is not allowing me to do anything that I need to do with my content, with my videos. Because I used to use, way back in the day, they had Windows Movie Maker. That was a powerful, great program. And then all of a sudden, they changed it up and made it so unfriendly to people. It's like, oh, well, someone's not making money off of it anymore. So, or they probably weren't making money off of it at all. And these people were using it to make good videos. And then all of a sudden, went away just like that. And that's the whole thing with, probably not the whole thing, but the way it works. So I'm going to make a Canon folder and then call it EOS, and put the date. Today is a special day today. Today ended a lot sooner than I thought it was going to end, but what could I say? My life is not plain. My life is not. But anyways, to get back to the Hannah Daze story, I probably need to go back really to the late 2000s, 2008. I could go as far back as when I got first married in 2001, but I don't know if that's going to be very significant. But it can be in a sense that in 2001, when I first got married to that girl in Canada, she was one that pursued me, and I was flattered, and I thought, oh my gosh, she's pursuing me. I must be so important. But little did I know that was all a big, I don't know how, honestly, I have to ask for forgiveness because maybe she was genuine. Maybe, well, at the time, maybe I was somebody she really wanted to be part of her life. Maybe. I am not 100% sure. I will never know. Maybe in eternity. I really feel in eternity, I'm not even going to care about those hurtful things that happened in my life. I'm going to be like with God. I'm going to be with Jesus. I'm not going to care about certain things anymore. And I'm very excited about that day because there's so many hurtful things that has happened to me in my life. I'm like, oh, I don't really want to remember them, but in heaven, in eternity, if I remember the bad things that happened to me in my life, am I going to be hurt or bothered, or am I going to be just like with some sort of like sort of filter in my mind that just says that, oh, well, that's how things sucked for you during that time, lack of a better term. I really don't know how heaven's going to be. Sometimes, like, I was driving in the car, not my car, but in a borrowed car. And I was thinking, what the heck? Yeah, I was thinking, what the heck? No, I was probably thinking, what the heck, too. But I was also thinking about, this might be a question I want to propose to people. Maybe if you're out there. If when you get to heaven and it's eternity, it's like forever. It's going to be a long time in heaven. I mean, I could wrap my mind around just being in God's presence for eternity and just being in his presence and being like, oh, I just can't imagine how fantastic it would be to be in the presence of God for eternity. I mean, he created all the stars in the sky. He created the earth. He created the cells. He created all like bacteria, how bacteria helps the human body just to stay alive. the good bacteria, and even the bad bacteria will stimulate things in your body to have a response, to be able to be stronger and to handle things like the immune system, all that stuff. Anyways, God created such creative things. Like even this. Let me show you. This may be just bizarre thing. This is a Lego shark that I bought from. I think it was on sale at Target. So when it's on sale, I was just like, I buy stuff. I'm gonna try to curb it because it's like something that just I need to curb it. And I could even get into more details about going to Target too. Because, like, anyways, let me keep my original thought, which is hard because I don't know if it's like a mental issue or what it is. But I deleted it. Oh, wait, what the heck? I didn't transfer all those files? No way. Whoa, there's 18 more things to transfer. I'm going to mix that all up tomorrow. But anyway, so to go back to this Lego shark, I think this set had 175 pieces, right? And you follow the instructions and you end up with a shark. Look, the shark. It's pretty cool. It's way different than when I was a kid playing with Lego. You had to use a lot more imagination. Now they just have the pieces to resemble, to represent every single thing that you want to make. Look at this shark. Does this, has a tail, has a head. Took me maybe to this. It even came with a little crab. The set, this little crab. I mean, my point of showing you this is simply because we get really impressed by this stuff. Well, maybe not everybody, but like fans, Lego fans would see a shark and seeing how you get all these pieces from this shark or all these Lego pieces combined together creates a shark, right? I mean, if you found this at a thrift store, would the first thing in your mind be like, oh, I mean, that just happened by accident? I don't even think that crossed your mind. To see a cool Lego piece like this in the store, you'd be like, oh my gosh, that's a pretty cool Lego. And maybe you get up to the counter and you only pay $5 for it, which is, it's pretty neat. But let's see which cameras I had yesterday. Oh, my regular phone. I need to plug it in. So I need to go look for my regular phone because if someone was trying to contact me right now, I'll be like, oops, can't be contacted because I'm in the middle of a vlog. So important. So, a blog or a vlog? No, I think vlog, yeah, it's video blog. Video log. Did I have anything on this I need to transfer? I don't know. I do not know. Wide bat. Cool enough. At least they don't throw commercials. Because I just leave the video going on while I walk away, only because actually I'm not even sure why I do a lot of stuff that I do. But this time I walked away because I wanted to go find my phone because someone's trying to contact me. Allow. All right. Let me see if there's anything on this camera I need to transfer. Probably I'll just transfer everything. What the hell? Why not? I didn't use this much yesterday for doing the video of the Renaissance Fair, but there might be something that I don't know. I'm just going to transfer. Oh, I did do a video today. Oh, I did. I think I did use this phone too, because I'm still obsessed with Gumo, and I'm still trying to not spoof it, but create my own version of that story, because that story, it was powerful. I mean, if you just want to watch a bunch of like people go through a hard time and not have any hope, go ahead, watch that video. But I know with Christ there's hope. Just like that symbol, the hand Daze symbol. It's so like really, it's powerful. It's really powerful, because that's the thing with when you have a relationship with God, it causes you to be open to a lot of abnormalities and trying to process them differently, because it's not like you're embracing the abnormalities and you're not like trying to say that it's okay or it's all right, but knowing that God is good and knowing that the things that happens some way, shape, or form, God was involved, but not like a malicious way, because God is benevolent. I think benevolent is good. Malevolent is bad. Anyways, I'm not going to try to use big words because I don't really use big words like that. But everything that the Lord does is good and fantastic and wonderful. Even the things that happens that suck, like getting married the first time, and even knowing, like my sister, that day, the day of my wedding, my sister was crying and she said not to go through with it. Man, that is wild. That is wild. Even though my sister's life is a mess. Oh, shoot. I dropped my crab. Any pieces come off of it? Oh, yeah, I lost oh, no, I don't think I lost anything. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I lost my train of thought. Even though my sister's life is a mess now, I love her. I care about her. I want her to hopefully get what she wants out of life, have some direction, and just like people told her that she wasn't doing enough self-care. But there's a fine line with self-care. Self-care, after a while, done wrong, is more like self-indulgence. self-indulgence and self-care are like totally different things. Self-care is not self-indulgence. It doesn't mean like, oh, in the name of taking care of myself, I'm going to just get carried away and let me see, and just indulge in every single pleasure that I need to take care of myself. Man, it's almost June already. We're over halfway through May. But anyways, I wanted to say anyways, because that's always my segue. Maybe I could work on a better one later on. But when it comes to yourself, there's a certain level that you do have to pay attention to see if you're any good. And like the whole scenario about, oh, you have to remove the oxygen from the thing when it drops. Put on your own oxygen first before you put on someone else's oxygen. But it's the whole idea, like, are you going to like suck in a lot of oxygen, overdo yourself on oxygen before you help someone else? No. So there's that. And I was on a certain thought pattern, and I try to stay on my thought patterns because I know that, if you got someone's attention, you need to like, you got to do good at the jump, at the start. You got to be like, oh, wait a minute, I got your attention now, so listen to me here. Hannah Daze is not a real person, but she is based on a real person. And she is a female that, oh my gosh, no, I don't want to do that. Sorry. She's a female that gave me hope in the whole idea that there are females with good hearts. And that's more reason to get to know them and vet them to see if you do want to wife them. And in the meanwhile, if someone else wifes them, you move on. And you can't be too broken up about it, because that person you had a crush on may move on, and you may be able to find someone else of that same golden heart kind of status. And they do exist. But those women with the golden hearts aren't going to pursue you. First of all, there's probably you got to come to terms that maybe you are not the one. Let me see, how's it? You aren't going to be the one if you don't find out. And to be fair to myself, and I think it's important to mention, is that when I first noticed, well, I wonder what else I could use, because if I accidentally slip out that name, it's like saying Bloody Mary. I swear, if you say that in the mirror 1,000 times, you're going to get hypnotized. And if I say Hannah Daze enough, I wonder if I'm going to get hypnotized. Whoa, that's kind of freaky when you think about it. Maybe I just say HD. HD? HD. But then again, that might be too close to the real thing, and that person may know I'm talking about them, because I know they're going to run into this video and be like, dude, this dude is crazy. But I already kind of feel crazy. I was crazy once. They put me in a padded room. I liked it there. I died there. They put me where the flowers grow. One grew up, two grew down. Tickle my nose. It drove me crazy. I was crazy once. They put me in a padded room. I liked it there. I died there. They put me where the flowers grow. Two grew up, one grew down. Tickle my nose. It drove me crazy. I was crazy once. I guess you keep on saying that. And you can say it faster and faster until you get crazy from saying it so much. Whoa. That's pretty wild. Is it wild? Is it wild to you too? Is it? I don't know. But what is people going to think when they find out that it's true? 21 files, delete them. If I need them, too bad. I can't keep all that stuff on my phone. Can't keep it all. Can't keep it all. Anyways, so I know that, well, if you got this far in my video, thank you for being patient. That's pretty cool. And if you didn't, well, I guess I'm just talking to myself and thinking out loud. I'm trying to process a lot of this, these things in life. There's certain things in life that maybe need a little bit of processing. The hurtful things that are confusing, and even just the things that are confusing that may not hurt you, but makes you kind of stop and evaluate your life. Evaluate things. Because how do you evaluate the certain events in your life? If you want, you can leave a comment. Let me know. Because for me, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. And I just can't take things in without much, you got to think deeply about the things. Oh man, you know what? I didn't make my thumbnail for this. Great. Well, maybe there'll be something on the phone to deal with, to work with later. You can always find that. 267 gigabytes. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, shoot. That's not any good. That's not going to be helpful with anything. Oh, dear. Okay, anyways. I think I transferred those. Oh, wait, I could try to transfer it again, and if it lets me, nope. Delete them, don't need them. Okay, well, cleaned off that card. Cleaned up some of the memory on that phone. Oh, wait, there's still more. But wait, there's more? Could I do this? Yeah, what the heck? All right. I wonder how I would make a thumbnail that's attractive enough for people to click it. It's just like that thumbnail I made for this video. Again, I want to emphasize that person is based on a real person, but I changed the information, and the AI came up with what it did, and that's nowhere near how Hannah Daze looks. But for the sake of this video, that's exactly how she looks. And she's beautiful. If I met that person in real life and she had a heart of gold, I would be all over that. Figuratively speaking, not literally. That'd be pretty crazy. So I've been at this for an hour and 17 minutes, and I don't know if I even convinced anybody about even sticking around for my story or even coming back to hear it. Like, oh my gosh, this guy is so brilliant. So brilliant. Oh wait, I don't need any of that. Or do I? No. Anyways, I'm done transferring with that. What else do I need? Oh, I wanted to see. I deleted probably all these pictures and the pictures that I probably needed. Let me see if they're here. Any of them's here. Because I want to make a good thumbnail for my next video. And the only way that I've found to make quick thumbnails is using the iPhone, because I haven't learned how to use Adobe Photoshop, which is a bummer because I'm sure most people that have any successful videos, oh man, there's nothing here. It's all gone now. It's all gone now. Shoot. Wow, that's just like that. Just like that, deleted it all. Bummer. Bummer still skin. As a valued YouTube creator, we invite you to help guide decisions about tools and features to help creators succeed. Yeah. Right. Oh, that's a bummer. See if there's anything saved on this camera that I could use for a thumbnail. Oh, shoot, there is. Oh. Whoa. Wonder how that didn't get transferred. Oh. Oh, I like that one. You know what people do? They will get a thumbnail and they'll put arrows on it to make it like really like, oh man, I'm going to have to see what that this touchscreen on this freaking little phone is not working anymore very much. Huh. I gotta change the color to it. I got my thumbnail just like that. Sweet. This could very well work. Now I gotta email it to myself. All right. That was pretty cool. Maybe it'll make someone want to watch it or not. I don't know. Because a lot of these things is very much a bummer. Let me see. I'm gonna play with sound. See what it is. Because I know that my niece was so irritated. I was taking so much pictures yesterday. It's a picture of a picture. It's a picture of someone taking a picture. Oh. I could be filming for it. No. I'm gonna play that again because there was a screenshot. It's a picture of a picture. It's a picture of someone taking a picture. Oh, that's even better. That's cool. That might even be better. And I change it, and then it will make people makes people want to watch the video. Anyway, so I got something that may work or not. Okay, so I got about 40 minutes to tell you the story. The story that I call the okay, trying to mentally prepare. I don't know how far to go back with all the details. And I want this story to help young men and women when they're cultivating relationships. First and foremost, I don't want to give you the impression that having a relationship is the most important thing out of life. I mean, if you're nihilistic and you have like no other better understanding of the purpose of life, that maybe your urge to reproduce is the most important thing that you have in your like life. And I've said already as part of this video is that maybe if you're looking at life as a nihilistic thing, that life is just that you're born, you reproduce, and you die. If that's all you think life is, or you're born, you get everything you can out of life, and then your life is over with. But of course, as a Christian, I know life is more than just being born, but also being born again. And even as you are born again, you're born again, you reproduce, and then you're with God for eternity. And what I mean by reproducing is having others, leading others to be born again, being part of the whole process of sharing the good news. But part of the Timo season that I'm creating with my other channel is the whole idea of being created in God's image. And one part of God's image that I think people never really wrap their mind around is just the creativity that humanity has. God is whole. God has no needs that he is trying to fill. I'm still struggling with the idea that God has desire, and that that might be a good question to ask those people on that radio show tonight that I like to watch. And I went off on a tangent, and that's probably what makes me not a really good speaker with staying on subject. Because if you, because I know that that's very important. I think a lot of these channels that have millions of subscribers is because these people are pretty much consistent with what they're doing every day. And this channel's not very consistent. I hope to always being, the hope is to have consistency with my content. And I just hope, because I don't have the kind of discipline to be consistent in the content. Maybe it's just a bad excuse for being lazy. That's funny. How do you fold towels? This is how I fold the towels. It's like this. Fold it in half, 3/4 like this. Let's fold it. I just realized I had more towels that I had to. I had more towels that I had to wash, but I didn't. That's how it goes. So anyway, I'm going to try my best to tell you the significance of that thumbnail. I'm just going to call it thumbnail because chances are you saw the thumbnail and you're like, oh my gosh, is that person speaking? No, that person in the thumbnail is not a real person. It's AI. It's an AI generated picture because that's just what I asked for AI to do. And you know what? Maybe, well, it's kind of spooky when you think about it because a lot of people, a lot of men now are just dependent on that AI generated image that interacts with them. And then now I put out a lot of information. Whoa, that's pretty scary. But then again, it's the whole coward thing. And that coward thing is a very significant part of me, to me, because it's true, cowards get nothing. Even at the end of the world, if you're a coward, you're going to get nothing. And I think the cowards resort to having or paying for a inanimate, or actually it's not even inanimate, it's artificially animated female to tickle your mind, and you allow that crap to happen to you. That's coward. That is that's the epitome of coward. Because of course, when you're dealing with a human that's created in the image of God, you're going to have to deal with that human's emotions, that human's physiology, anatomy, psychology, spirituality, all those things you're going to have to deal with. And that's the thing. Hannah Daze may be the idea of that woman with the heart of gold, but that human with the heart of gold that may be attractive, a very good personality, I need to take the risk to talk to them and find out if there is even a possibility that person, that's the thing, that person, I do have their email. I have had contact with them on the internet for business purposes, but to go outside of the business purposes and to be able to contact them and to hit on them, or not, to get at them, or whatever the vernacular is when you're trying to get to know a female with their possibility of rejection. Because if you are having communication with a woman, artificially animated woman that has no soul and no desires and no nature, especially dealing with someone else's sin nature, it's going to have some pain involved. And I could rewind the tape and I could tell you exactly what my mentality was. And I think it was fair because the whole idea of not trying to interact with that woman was simply because I was in the process of a divorce. And it wasn't so much out of respect for my soon-to-be ex-wife. It was mostly out of respect for God and the way that God, first of all, hates divorce. That's what the scripture says. He does not hate me, but he hates the actions that I have taken that led me down this path of this, being on this path of being a man that has been divorced twice. And for me, I have to be realistic and understand that there is consequences for actions, and to lead finding the words is a struggle for me right now, and this is a good way to unpack a lot of my feelings, a lot of the struggles and the hurts and pains that I'm going through right now. This is probably not the place to do it. And I've said before, venting I don't think is a very godly activity. And probably venting around, venting to people. I found this watch. Whose watch is this? Is this a good watch? Did you see it? Is this a man's watch? This came out of nowhere, I think. Oh, this looks like a... No, that's fake. I don't think any of those things work. Where did I find this? It's Japan. I should take this to a shop. Watch shops these days are like... Yeah, watch shops these days are going to charge a fortune to get this to run again. Where does this one come from? Why does these watches came out of nowhere? Orlando? I don't know where those came from, but this one, I don't even know how to make that bracelet work, or the... Oh, I see how it works. Oh, very interesting. Let's see if I could put it on. It's not put on. Oh. Whoa, that's tight. I think that's a woman's watch. Whoa, look at my wrist, or hurt my wrist. Ouch. My niece might have been able to wear this. I don't know where that watch came from, but it looks nice. Anyways, so I spent an hour and 40 minutes right now to tell you. I used the thumbnail just to see kind of what people would do when they saw the thumbnail. And Hannah Daze is definitely somebody that's not so much on my mind anymore. I was kind of obsessing with the thought of her, but I've had a lot of time to think about it, and maybe I just like kind of put it off, because the fact is, I think maybe she's in the middle of being courted to be married, which is good for her. I mean, that's fantastic. And it would be nice to know if that Hannah Daze is going to be unavailable. All this time, I was thinking that maybe she is married. And that's the thing. There's a lot of beautiful women going to church, but they're unequally yoked. That's like, see, that's something that I just can't wrap my mind around. And it's crazy. It's crazy in the sense that, see, that's how cursed this creation is, because even the women that are going, well, I don't know. See, that's another thing. They should be wearing a ring if they're married. But like the women that go to church and they're not going there with their husband because their husbands are not Christians. But then it's the same thing. There's guys that are going to church and their spouse is not Christian and they're going to church. And I didn't tell you the whole story, and May is going to be over and soon. Let's see, what's the last Sunday? Let's look at the calendar, because let me see, I could curb this and proceed. No. Next Sunday is the last Sunday, so this week I need to really get hot on the vlogging about bravery, about what the scripture has to say about being brave. And I've said before, it's not like being brave, being stupid brave, but being smart brave, like being brave enough to talk to that woman that may reject you. I mean, the rejection muscle never got developed in me, which is kind of sad. I did pursue women, and I don't know if it was a bravery thing or just like, oh, hi, you want to go out and then be rejected. No, I got a boyfriend already. I can't go out with you. Or even the woman that may say that, like, oh, I have a boyfriend, but they're just trying to let you off the hook easy. Which, it's a lot of different factors that I could get into. And this is the last Sunday, because next Sunday, I think next Sunday it'd be kind of lame to try to do a live stream, because next Sunday could have a lot of activities. Yeah. Like I was going to ask a coworker to go to Magic Mountain next Sunday. And that's that's the depth of the whole interactions with men and women. Like if the ice is already broken, it's easy for me to ask them out. Even when they turn me down, I will still be a little persistent in asking them out, even though at a certain point I probably should be careful, because then if you get too persistent and too confident with talking to that person, then you become creepy. Then you're a freaking creep. That's the one category I want to stay out of, being the creep. That's just like with the Hannah Daze thing. It's like, if they know I like them and I never ask them out, and then I'm always there looking at them and they catch me looking and I never say anything, that's just being a creep. And I'm not trying to be a creep. I'm not trying to be a predator, because that's the one thing about life too. when you think about it, in life, there's predators, like this shark. And then there's survivors, like this dolphin, right? The dolphin is a survivor. This is a predator. The dolphin could be a prey of the predator. You know, they could try to go after the shark, could try to go after the dolphin, but the dolphin probably would be like, oh, no, you're not. Or you could be, you know, in life, even the bravery thing, like even in a war, or conflict or whatever, there's predators, there's prevailers. So you're using a big word. There's victims, there's survivors. See, predators, prey, and prevail. Yeah, predators. Anyways, there's 3 types of people in life. There's the predators that prey on the weak, the weaklings, the people that are sick, the people that are like unable to fend for themselves. You've heard the story about the wolves. The wolves will pick out the sheep of the herd that are the slowest, the sickest, the illest, whatever. They're gonna go for the easy pickings. They're not gonna go for that sheep that's in the flock with the other sheep. It's gonna be difficult. Even lions and tigers, bears, whatever, they're gonna go for the weak. And you don't want to be the weak. You want to be the one that prevails, the prevailers, the ones that survive. You don't want to be a predator either. And if you find yourself being a predator, you better cut it out. Because I know that there is those instances, but then also the predator goes after the prey and the prey becomes the predator. There's a lot of layers that you need to consider when you're navigating yourself in this life. Because, like, you don't want to go after that. I mean, there are people that will go after that insecure, tall, clumsy white boy. Because it's like, oh, well, he seems like a good target. And women could be predators too. So that's where you have to be very careful. And that's why you have to be very wise. Because, I mean, you got to really examine your own self. And that's why you need to really be in the Word, and you need to have faith, and you have to have a relationship with God, because God will show you where you're lacking if you humble yourself. Because remember in Proverbs, it says, humble yourself. Oh, maybe it's Proverbs. But anyways, humble yourself and God will lift you up. God will make you into a star and someone that is going to survive and thrive in this world that's has its challenges. There's a lot of challenges that this world has, and you need to be able to really force yourself to just do better for yourself, you know? And that's another thing that you can't really take advantage of, is that you're created in the image of God. You know, you could, at the very beginning of Scripture, talks about that we're created in the image of God, and you need to embrace that. And you need to be in the Word to know what the image of God is like. And the image of God, I guess, simply is the fact that, you know, God has I guess the emotions is the kind of the core. I probably got it all wrong. And remember, I said that I don't have a degree in any of this. So if I get it wrong, take it up with me and let me know in the comments. It's like, you're a mess or whatever. Because yeah, there's a lot to it. There's a lot that we need to really yeah, anyways, I'm probably going off of it on a tangent and I didn't. I don't mean to. And I'm yawning. It's probably time to fold the rest of my laundry and to cut off this feed and to see. Maybe I use the other AI generated Hannah Daze. And if I ever down the road, if I get the guts to talk to them and to see if there's even potential, maybe my vlog will change and I'll revisit this whole thing and be like, oh, by the way, guess who I'm with now? But a relationship should not have any pull on who you are and what you are about. A good relationship, should enhance your life. And it's something that I knew a long time ago. Does the relationship complement or complicate? A good relationship should complement your life. It shouldn't complicate it. That's why now is the time to make the good decisions, because whoever you're in a relationship with is going to affect your life. And you want it to be affected for the good, the very possible, the very best scenario should be what your goal is. And remember, it's not to marry, it's to marry well. And that's what my pastor said a long time ago. It's not just to marry, but you need to marry well. Extreme vetting and those things that matter the most. Take it from me. You don't want to have 2 divorces on you. It's really disgusting.